Hey everyone, it's Ezekiel again, back with another video. What today's topic is going to be about is the real estate market, the way that you should act as either a seller or a buyer now in this market, and hopefully this information will give you some good use as to what your next step should be. So without further ado, let's hop into it. So first of all, it's no secret that the real estate market currently has been slower. And ever since last year, we're not seeing homes just fly off the market in 2 days. Things are sitting on the market now for 10 to 20 days on average. So now that we know this and that interest rates have gone up and scared away a lot of buyers, what does this mean? Well, first of all, it means that sellers aren't getting the traction that they used to be. And for a buyer's perspective, this is really good because now the interest rates are up to 6 or 7, 8% now. It really gives the sellers much more incentive to want to negotiate, and the different negotiations that you could do really vary, but one of the biggest ones that we're seeing a lot more is the sellers buying down the interest rates. So what we would do is ask the sellers for concessions, and that would buy down the interest rates. We could do a 3-2-1 buy down, and it's really significant considering you could possibly get your 7% interest rate down to 5% in this market. And don't let that limit you. 5% obviously isn't the greatest, but I can guarantee you right now that we're never going to go back to the interest rates that we did during COVID, 2-3%. So those are probably long gone. And knowing this, we could definitely see how there's an incentive for buyers right now and this isn't just something because I know about the market. I'm honestly seeing this quite often. A lot of deals popping up where not only are sellers coming down on the price, but they're also still willing to negotiate and buy down that interest rate for buyers. And the reason why this is a good time is because, yes, a lot of people are waiting. They're saying, oh, let's wait for the market to crash, even though that us real estate experts aren't seeing any signs of a real estate crash. But no, we have a lot of people that are saying, oh, let's wait for the market to crash. Let's wait for interest rates to go down. Well, fact of the matter is when interest rates go down, because they will eventually, but when they do, we're going to have a huge influx of buyers, and everybody knows that demand will determine the value. So when all these buyers come, I can guarantee you that the prices of the homes are going to spike. And we may have better interest rates, but they also might be at 5%. That is interest rates going down from 7.5%. So when everybody goes because, oh, interest rates went to 6%, a lot of buyers in this market that are buying today, they're saying, oh, well, I already got the 6% interest rate, and I also got $10,000 off of the house, where you guys are all jumping in with the 6% interest rate and paying $20,000 over. And of course, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but no, it's the truth. So this is, in my opinion, a prime time to be buying, if you could afford it, of course. And that's the biggest thing, is as long as you're comfortable and as long as you know that you could afford, then by all means, my biggest advice is to do so, because real estate always goes up, and I'll always say that real estate is always better bought yesterday. So that's one aspect from the buyer side, and I hope that gives you guys some insight. But from the seller side, like I said, listings are sitting on the market longer than what they used to. And obviously now, from the knowledge that I've provided, you also know that sellers are negotiating and getting less than what they want. And the biggest thing overall, especially with the reason why listings are staying on the market longer, is first of all, just the market. With less people, you're going to get less traction. But what can you do as a seller to make sure that your home is going to get sold as quickly as possible? The first part is hiring a good real estate agent and trusting in them to get your value correct. And I know that homes have a lot of sentimental and emotional value, but at the end of the day, it is a numbers game. So what you would do if you hired me as your real estate professional, I would do a CMA, a comparative market analysis, and I would run different properties that have sold within the last 6 months. Obviously, the sooner the better, and properties that are similar to yours, and see how those sold, and determining on how much they sold for, the condition of the property, and how similar they are, then that would give me the information to properly price your property. And that is, and has always been, the biggest reason why real estate sits on the market for too long, is because many times sellers think that their home is worth more than what someone is actually willing to pay for it. And a lot of people get deceived by Zillow. And yes, Zillow is a great tool, and Zillow can be very accurate, but it can also be inaccurate because they don't know everything. They don't know the condition of the property. They don't know. They do have a lot of algorithms, but at the end of the day, it is an algorithm, and it's not as in-depth as what us real estate professionals would be able to do. So knowing that, first off, yeah, just make sure that your property is listed for the correct amount. And further than that is also just making sure that you're doing your best to sell the property, make sure that the house is clean, making sure that if you're able to stage the property, and obviously different circumstances could limit that or give you access to do that. But yeah, just making sure that you're getting a good real estate agent that is willing to point you in the right direction and market your property best as possible. So overall, the market may seem bad right now for buyers, but, and like I've said, I've already seen it. It's not me speculating, saying, oh yeah, interest rates are here, but sellers can do this. No, this is stuff that's actually happening, and I've already seen more than one deal, actually more than 3 deals right now, where the buyers are getting one heck of a deal because, you know, the sellers are willing to negotiate in this type of market. You don't just have to ask me. You could ask any lender, any other real estate agent. They're seeing the exact same things too. So with this knowledge, I hope that I'm able to kind of point you in the right direction if you're on the edge about buying, and also just give a little bit of insight for sellers as to why it is that the listings are sitting on the market a little bit longer than normal. But it's just a correction at the end of the day. The real estate market was so hot during COVID, and that wasn't normal. So it needs to even itself out, and that's kind of why we're here today. So hope that this was able to help you out. Feel free, if you're interested in looking to buy or sell any real estate, please contact me. I'll leave my contact information in the description, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye.